Hello students, welcome back to EduAid. Our topic of discussion is solution, that is the second chapter. Now in this session we will discuss about vapor pressure and Raoult's law. বাষ্পীয় চাপ আৰু ৰাউল্টৰ সূত্ৰৰ বিষয়ে পঢ়িম। Now before we discuss about vapor pressure, we need to understand when does liquid generally converted into vapor. কোনো এটা বস্তু কেতিয়া বাষ্পীভূত হয়। Generally আমি কওঁ আমাৰ আইডিয়া কি যে পানী যেতিয়া উতলিলে আমি বাষ্পীয় অৱস্থা প্ৰাপ্ত হ'ব বুলি কওঁ। ঠিক আছে? But you have seen আমি যেতিয়া দেখো কাপোৰ এখন মেলি দিলে কাপোৰখন শুকাই যায়। ঠিক আছে? কেতিয়াবা পানী এগিলাছ আছে টেবুলত পকাত পৰি যায় শুকাই যায়। তেতিয়াতো হি বাষ্পীয় অৱস্থালৈ যায় কিন্তু উতল অহা বুলি আমি ক'ব নোৱাৰোঁ। So it is not necessary that liquid is converted into vapor only when it's boiled, isn't it? Now if we take a liquid substance in a container, any liquid substance in a container, and in which it's composed of different number of liquid molecule inside the bulk of the liquid. Now out of this liquid molecule, some of the molecule that are present in the surface has the tendency to go into the vapor state. Now if we take this, then that process is called as evaporation. বুজি পাইছানে? জুলীয়া পদাৰ্থ এটা যেতিয়া বাষ্পীয় অৱস্থালৈ যায় যোৱাৰ এটা সাধাৰণ প্ৰৱণতা থাকে আৰু সেই বস্তুটোকে কয় বাষ্পীভৱন, evaporation, and that can take place at any temperature of the liquid. Now these molecules which are in the vapor state, they will exert a pressure into the liquid, that is called as vapor pressure. বুজি পাইছানে? এই বাষ্পীভূত অৱস্থাত থকা যিবিলাক অণু থাকিব সেই অণুবিলাকে লিকুইডটোৰ ওপৰত যিটো জুলীয়া পদাৰ্থৰ ওপৰত যিটো চাপ দিব সেই চাপটোকে আমি vapor pressure বুলি কওঁ। That is in the pure liquid state. Now those substances which are generally go into the vapor state, liquid has a general tendency to go into the vapor state. সকলো বস্তু নাযায় কিন্তু vapor state যিবিলাক সাধাৰণতে যায়, these substances called as volatile substance, উদ্দায় বুলি কওঁ। These substances are called as volatile substance. Now suppose we are taking about a solution. In solution, within this liquid molecule there are some solute molecule. If we consider this liquid as the solvent and you put some solute molecule inside this liquid, then what will you find? That this liquid is volatile, so that will go into the vapor state. This solute may be volatile, may not be volatile. If it is a non-volatile solute, then it will not go into the vapor state. Then who will go into the vapor state? Only the solvent molecule will go into the vapor state. So the vapor pressure is now exerted by the solvent molecule into the solution. Now what is the vapor pressure exerted by the solvent molecule into the solution? That is given by Raoult's law. What does Raoult's law says? That Raoult's law says that the vapor pressure exerted by the solvent molecule is directly proportional to the mole fraction of that solvent molecule in the solution. বুজি পাইছানে? তো এই solvent molecule বিলাকে যেটো vapor pressure দিব সেই vapor pressure টো সেই solvent molecule বিলাকৰ solution টো তাৰ mole ভগ্নাংশৰ সমানুপাতিক। ঠিক আছে? Now this is the condition when only solvent molecule go into the vapor state. এতিয়া যদি এনেকুৱা হয় যে some of the solute molecule are also going to the vapor state, because if we take both solute and both solute and solvent are volatile, দুইটা যদি উদ্দায় হয় তেতিয়ালে solvent molecule vapor state যাব, solute molecule vapor state যাব. So then P2 will be proportional to the X2. Then the vapor pressure exerted by the solid molecule is directly proportional to the mole fraction of that solution, that solute molecule. Understand? Now what is the overall situation? Overall situation is that now it is a mixture of gas. The vapor pressure exerted by each component is the partial pressure, isn't it? Is the partial pressure. So what does the overall situation here said by Raoult's law is that vapor pressure of any volatile component is directly proportional to the mole fraction of that component in the solution. So what is the oval statement for Raoult's law, you just see Raoult's law. Raoult's law. What does Raoult's law says? Vapor pressure of any volatile component is proportional, directly proportional to mole fraction of that component, mole fraction of that component. Vapor pressure of any volatile component is proportional to the mole fraction of that component. Vapor pressure of solute is proportional to the mole fraction of solute, and vapor pressure of solvent is the proportional to the mole fraction of solvent. Now, which can be written as P1 is equal to, we have to put a proportionality constant, that is P1 naught x1, and if you take P2, then it is P2 naught x2. Now, what is P1 and P2 naught and P1 naught and P2 naught? You just look at this. If this solute, we take a particular chamber where we have taken pure solute, as it is a volatile substance, it will go into the vapor state, isn't it? Then this vapor pressure exerted by it is P2 naught. Understand? So, P2 naught is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent, when present alone in the and other is the P1 naught is the vapor pressure of the pure solvent if it is present alone. Is যদি অকল পিওর স্টেটত লোৱা তাত কোনো মিক্সাৰ নাথাকে তেতিয়ালে তাৰ যিবিলাক ভেপাৰ মলিকিউলছ থাকিব সেই ভেপাৰ মলিকিউল বিলাকে যেটো প্ৰেসাৰ দিব that is P1 naught. Do you understand? So, P1 naught and P2 naught are the vapor pressure of the pure solute and pure solvent. So, if you mix this pure solute and pure solvent to form this solution, then the vapor pressure exerted by both solute and the solvent and the total vapor pressure, here it is the vapor pressure is the total vapor pressure, here it is the vapor pressure is the total vapor pressure, because P1 naught and P naught is the vapor pressure in the pure form. So, the total vapor pressure is the sum of vapor pressure of the individual component P1 plus P2. Now, what is P1? P1 is the, so you can write P total equal to P1 naught x1 plus P2 naught x2, isn't it? So, this is the overall situation of Raoult's law. For a solution of volatile component, vapor pressure of any volatile component is proportional to the mole fraction of that component. Now, this can be represented in graphical form. You just look at this. Now, here is a graphical condition. If you look at this graphical form, here you will find that if it is x1 equal to 1, because x1 plus x2, two fraction x1 plus x2 is x1 plus x2 is always equal to 1. So, if x1 is 1, then obviously x2 will be 0, isn't it? If x1 is 1, x2 will be 0. When x1 is 1, x2 will be 0, that means only pure x1 substance is there, only solvent molecule is there, and the partial pressure exerted by it is say P1 naught, because it is the pure form. Now, as we mix it, the mole fraction go on decreasing, mole fraction of x1 go on decreasing, so the proportionately pressure will also go on decreasing, and at this point the mole fraction of first component become 0. That means mole fraction of solvent become 0. At this point, when it becomes 0, then other mole fraction of the other component is maximum, that is 1. Now, at this point, mole fraction of 1, that means it is the purest form of the solute, and here we will have pure form of solute is P2 naught, isn't it? Now, if you look from the other side, it will look like this. At each point it is P1 and each point it is P2. 2, P1 and P2. And if you connect this, then it will give you P1 plus P2. So this is the conditions for Raoult's law. Raoult's law can be represented in graphical form in this way. Okay, so that is how Raoult's law is related to vapor pressure of both solute and solvent, isn't it? Provided both solute and solvent are volatile in nature. Alright, next we will come for the next point. Okay, next is ideal and non-ideal solution. Ideal and non-ideal solution. Homet kole adarkho aru onadarkho drobo. Now what are these ideal and non-ideal solution? Start with ideal solution. Ideal solution. Adarkho drobo. What is ideal solution ba adarkho drobo? Solution which obey Raoult's law. Raoult's law for the entire range of concentration. সমস্ত গাঢ়তাৰ পৰিসৰত যদি সি ৰাউল্টৰ সূত্ৰ মানি চলে তেনেকুৱা দ্ৰৱক আমি ideal solution বুলি কওঁ. Solution which obeys Raoult's law for the entire range of concentration is called as ideal solution. Now for ideal solution there is two things. One is enthalpy of mixing. Enthalpy of mixing is 0. That means due to solution there will be no loss or gain of heat or energy, and volume of mixing is 0. That is two important thermodynamic parameter related to ideal solution. Now what happens actually in ideal solution? You see, in ideal solution these are two component, mixture of two component. The solution is formed between two component. We take it as A and take this as B. Etuk ami B buli lo. Eta A buli lo, eta B buli lo. Etia jodi tumi soa A jodi soa, then there is a interaction between AA molecules, and in B, component B, there will be a interaction between BB molecules. BB molecules, isn't it? AA, when it is present alone, then there is a molecular interactive force between AA, that is AA interaction. When they are present alone as B, the interaction between them is called as BB interaction. Now when they are mixed, then we are having A mixed with B, then we are having AB type of interaction. Do you understand? Now when it is an ideal solution content, when it is a condition of ideal solution, then AA interaction and BB interaction is equal to AB interaction. Do you understand? AB interaction, AA interaction is equal to BB. AA and BB interaction is almost equal to the AB interaction. So due to dissolution, due to mixing of these two substances, there will be no change in interactive force, both of the same. So there will be no change in the energy. That is why enthalpy of mixing is 0. As there is no change in the intermolecular force, the molecular distance remains same due to mixing. As a result, there will be no change in the volume. So this type of solutions generally N-hexane and N-heptane. For example, N-hexane and N-heptane type solution, generally exhibit ideal behavior. Alright, so to exhibit, that is one more point, one more time I am saying this, that for ideal solution, interaction between solute solvent is equal to the interaction between solute and solvent, and enthalpy of mixing is 0, entropy of mixing is 0. That is the condition for ideal solution. Next will be non-ideal solution. Next is non-ideal solution. Non-ideal solution. Onadarkho drobo boli kau ami non-ideal solution. Now what is non-ideal solution? Simply solution which do not obey Raoult's law. Now in this case, do not obey Raoult's law because the interactive force between AA and BB is not same as the AB. Now here enthalpy of mixing is not equal to 0 and entropy of volume of mixing is also not equal to 0. So solution which do not obey these rules, do not obey Raoult's law, where enthalpy of mixing is not equal to 0, volume of mixing is not equal to 0, such kind of solution is called as non-ideal solution. When it is a non-ideal solution, that means it is deviates from ideal behavior. Ideal adarsh drobor pra I bichurito hoy. This deviates from ideal behavior. How? There are two types of deviation. One is called as positive deviation. First is called as positive deviation. Dhanatmok bichron. Positive deviation. Now come to this point that when it is AA, just like the previous case, and when it is BB, AA and BB, and when they are mixed, that is AB. It is A, AA and AB, AA and BB, and when they are mixed, AB. Now, when it is positive deviation, it has been observed that the interaction between AA and BB, the interaction AA and BB is higher than AB interaction. Do you understand? AB interaction. তাৰমানে AA বা BB অকলে থাকোতে হিহঁতৰ মাজত যেটো আকৰ্ষণ বল আছিল হিহঁত দুটাক মিক্স কৰাৰ ফলত হিহঁতৰ মাজৰ আকৰ্ষণ বলটো কমি যায় দুইটা মিক্স কৰাৰ ফলত এজ এ ৰিজাল্ট কি হয় হিহঁতৰ মাজত আকৰ্ষণ বল কমিলে হিহঁতে সহজে বাষ্পীভূত অৱস্থাত যাব পাৰে অকলে থাকোতে হিহঁতৰ বাষ্পীভূত হোৱাৰ যেটো প্ৰৱণতা আছিল when they were present alone their tendency to escape to the vapor state is higher because interaction was strong, but when they are mixed their interaction is weak, so now they can easily go into the vapor state. So that is why for positive deviation vapor pressure increases. So that will shows positive deviation from Raoult's law. Now if you take this figure, let's look at this figure. We have just now seen this figure. That is x1 equal to 1, x2 equal to 0, x1, x2 equal to 1. In this case, it is P1 naught, P2 naught. This is the condition for ideal behavior. If it is deviate from ideal behavior, then there will be increase in the vapor pressure. Have you seen this? There is increase in the vapor pressure. So this is not the actual case. This is the actual case in which there is an increase in P1 plus P2. So this is the condition for positive deviation, where P1 vapor pressure, P1 and this is P2. P1 and P2 will increase as it has been expected by ideal behavior. That will shows positive deviation. Now there is another condition that is called as negative deviation. Example for positive deviation, I will give you an example for positive deviation is ethanol and acetone. There is intermolecular force like hydrogen bond is operated between ethanol, acetone molecules. But when they mix, those hydrogen bonds break down, the intermolecular force become weak. So that will shows positive deviation. Another is, you see, negative deviation. In negative deviation is just the opposite. Negative deviation. In negative deviation, what will happen? In negative deviation, AA interaction and BB interaction is weaker than AB interaction. That means due to mixing, দুইটাক যদি আমি লগ লগালে হিহঁতৰ আকৰ্ষণ বলটো বেছি হয়. The intermolecular force operating between this is strong. So here AA and BB interaction is weaker than AB interaction. That means AB interaction is stronger than individual component. When mixer has higher attractive force than the individual component. So when there is an increase in intermolecular force, then intermolecular force becomes strong, they cannot go into the vapor state easily. So that is why vapor pressure decreases. Vapor pressure decreases. So vapor pressure decreases. For example, you will find compound like acetone and chloroform. Acetone and chloroform are the example of solution showing negative deviation. So this type of solution exhibit negative deviation in which the vapor pressure decreases. If you look at the same diagram, if you look at this diagram, then what will you observe? x1 1, x2 equal to 0 again, x1 equal to 0, x2 1. This would have been where it is P1 naught, P2 naught, and there is a negative deviation. When there is a negative deviation, the vapor pressure will decrease. Have you seen this? Vapor pressure will decrease. Then it is expected by ideal behavior. It is P1 plus P2. This is P2 and this is P1. So when there is a positive deviation, there is an increase in vapor pressure as expected by ideal behavior, and when there is a negative deviation, there is a decrease in vapor pressure. Now as the interactive force increases, as the interactive force decreases, so there is a more release of energy. That is why this enthalpy of mixing is more release of energy. So enthalpy of mixing is negative for this, and volume of mixing is also, enthalpy of mixing is positive and volume of mixing is also positive. Same is the case with negative deviation, is just the opposite. So that is why we says that enthalpy of mixing for non-ideal solution is not equal to 0 or volume of mixing is not equal to 0. So these are the two conditions for non-ideal solutions. Alright, next is azeotrope. Azeotrope. Now what is azeotrope? Azeotrope, it is a binary mixer having same composition in liquid and vapor state that boils at constant temperature. Now what is azeotrope? It is a binary mixer having same composition in liquid and vapor state that boils at constant temperature. Now azeotrope is a special type of mixer in which the composition is same. Suppose this is a azeotrope mixer, it has got say 50% in liquid state, then in the vapor state also it will be 50%, something like that, what is called as azeotrope, and they are boiled at constant temperature. Even though it is a mixture of two substances, they have got defined boiling point, isn't it? But when it become an azeotrope, both the composition, the entire composition boils at fixed temperature, isn't it? That is what is azeotrope. Now there are two types of azeotropes. One is called as maximum boiling azeotrope. Azeotrope. Now what is maximum boiling azeotrope? One who shows negative, maximum number of large negative deviation. Solution shows large negative deviation, one who shows large negative deviation from ideal behavior, that type of solution shows maximum boiling azeotropes. That means it has got boiling point higher than the boiling point of any one of the pure component of the individual component. Maximum boiling is something like maximum boiling nitric acid, water mixture. This type of solution will shows maximum boiling azeotrope. Other is the minimum boiling azeotrope. Minimum boiling azeotrope. Now what is minimum boiling? Is just the opposite solution that shows large positive deviation. Large positive deviation is the solution that shows large positive deviation, that means the boiling point is lower, that will shows minimum boiling azeotrope. That means the boiling point of such solution is lower than the boiling point of the individual component. It is close to the component which has got lower boiling point, isn't it? So these are the two types of azeotropes we can find it out. One is all called maximum boiling azeotrope, other is called as minimum boiling azeotropes. And example of this is type ethanol and water. This is the example substance that will exhibit minimum boiling azeotropes. So these are different type of azeotropes, which is a special type of solution, or you can say it as a mixer. So hope you might have understood this part. So if we have understood this part, so this part will complete your first part of solution. Then we can move for the second part of solution. All right.